Laser unterhalten.
What's happening, everybody? This is Razor Ramon.
The one and rudely Sir Evangeline Joseph.
And this is the Hip Hop Bureau. So, Trap Savior got his family flying in, so he's kind of taking a little break hanging out with them. Much love to Trap Savior. So, it's just going to be the two of us today, Sir EJ. So, how you been, man?
Man, I've been wonderful, man. Just had a lot on my mind. Just did, I guess, I call it an audio, but podcast, audio, whatever. It's called Inspirational Rude Talk, Pound, Get Off the Treadmill.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, man. That's what
I gave it a listen to, listeners. It's definitely something a good little listen to. Get you some motivation. EJ be on his straight pastor swag. It's just very motivational. It makes you want to go out and do something.
You know what's crazy? Like, you're not the first person that said that I should be like a preacher or a pastor. Like, no knock to the pastors. I just don't.
It's not you. That's not our generation. Not a lot of people in our generation want to be pastors.
That's like if it happens, it happens. But if it doesn't, then if it does, then cool. But that's not what I'm striving to be. I'm just striving to really touch not at least, but as many people as possible.
No doubt. And then as a Catholic, I've always been taught that the ministry's always been a calling, not something you can't just like decide to be a pastor like you decide to be a baker. You feel me?
Just can't do it.
You can't do it. You got to have a calling for it, I feel.
Most definitely.
All right, well, let's go ahead and delve right into the episode because last episode was kind of crazy. We went off on a tangent, boy.
Y'all went in.
All right, so today's topic is going to be best groups in hip-hop. So hip-hop always has been a group effort, whether it be to Run DMC, Public Enemy, or even today, you got Migos,
NWA, Bone Thugs and Harmony, Do or Die. The list goes
on and on. And some of them have been kind of whack. There's some whack groups out there. Don't get me wrong. But there's been some good ones too. Now, one of the first ones that come to my mind, just off the top of my head, and people probably think I'm crazy, but they have some bangers. Is D12.
Yeah, I don't see why people would think that you're crazy. I mean, unless you stay in like Columbus, Georgia, who don't listen to D12 and don't really remember what they did for hip hop.
Yeah, Devil's Night was a good body of work. You got the silly stuff. Yeah, I get it. You had the silly stuff, but you also had to remember the background. D12 was just getting off the map. Bugs got killed. Yeah. Man, actually, a lot of them group members get killed because Proof ended up getting shot.
Yep.
So it's very Detroit kind of wild. Yeah. From what I'm seeing from the group, from the rappers. They be dying. Yeah. So they had to have Eminem step in. And that's kind of Eminem's MO is kind of the silly stuff. But you listen to some of D12 stuff, sans Eminem, no disrespect on Eminem. Yeah. But without Eminem, it's more of a gritty sound. It's a really good sound. Yeah. Like Detroit has some spitters on the low. Because you even have Royce, Trick.
Yeah.
Is it Trick is his name?
Yeah, that's Trick. Yeah. I don't really keep up with Detroit music like that. You know what I'm saying? But from other than like Big Sean,
Obi Trice.
Yeah, like I remember these guys. I can name them, but I don't remember. Like I don't remember.
You don't know like stuff off the top of their head.
Yeah, like I can't tell you like the last D12 album I listened to.
Yeah, fair enough.
But you're gonna hate me. But my favorite group is probably Outkast.
I ain't gonna hate you on that. As a group, they're solid.
Like
whatever my feelings are about a certain member of the group, and I don't even see. And that's another thing because I had a lot of heat for that. I don't not like Andre.
You just don't think he's the best.
I don't feel like he's the top. Like it's not. I don't really I don't care. My opinions. I don't hate these people.
Yeah.
I don't know them.
Right.
They don't pay any of my bills.
You just don't like. If you had an opportunity to listen to something else, you're gonna pick something else.
I'm not gonna just hear that new Andre or the new Meek Mill because I be boy
they be flaming your ass, don't they?
Flaming me. It's just like it just boggles my mind how grown men, like in their 30s, 40s, riding for these rappers.
But you gotta understand what we're doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you can't be.
I'm the Ebro of this.
Like
thing.
you can't be soft. Like
Nah,
you
I
can't
ain't soft.
you can't I'm not saying that you soft, but I'm just saying like this isn't for the weak hearted.
Yes. No. It's just it's not like because I don't. You can tell.
You don't give a fuck.
I don't care either which way. You could say whatever you want.
Yeah.
It's just one. It just be like you be seeing it because I'm not gonna put any names because I'm not giving them no kind of shine. I'm not about that. But some of these dudes be my daddy's age.
Of course.
And it's like
and be internet thugs.
Like I'm gonna come see you.
Yeah, but as soon as you
Dream
know you see
them,
but as soon as you see him in the street, is bro, we fuck with the podcast and
pound.
Man, we love you, man. We love you out here.
Just
man.
insanity. So let me make that clear. I'm gonna have my opinions. I'm not gonna change my opinions because a tiger can't change his stripes, and I'm not about to. It's just y'all need some of y'all old heads sit down somewhere. If you
get off the treadmill.
Yeah, get off the treadmill. Check out that inspiration.
Just get off the treadmill.
All right, so next group that I liked. I'm trying to think of more recent groups that were just fire, in my opinion.
Like more recent, like what you mean, like as
because you could go all day with some of the older groups. Like Run DMC was fire.
Yeah, I mean, but that's that's cool. But like,
I feel like that's a generic answer.
Like,
I want to go deeper. Like I'm trying to think of other ones. Funk Volume was a good group. When Funk Volume came together, it was magic. Sad thing, Hobson had to go.
Yeah.
But Funk Volume was a decent group. I even like Migos as a group.
I feel Migos, period.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel like they bring a lot to the table. They're the hottest. They're probably one of the hottest. No, they are the hottest group out as far as the Southwise right now.
Let me ask you a question about Migos, because I was listening to, I think it was the Brilliant Idiots who said this. Mm-hmm. And I literally got mad at this chick. Not mad, but I was like, really? She was saying that Migos doesn't count as gangster rap.
It's trap.
But but ain't that an offshoot of gangster rap? That comes from that tree.
I don't see it.
I feel like it do.
I don't see it.
Because if you think about it, you had the gangster rap started coming up on the West.
Yeah.
Because before that, it was you had hard lyrics and it was stuff like that, but it wasn't as entrenched as it was with gangster rap. From gangster rap came hardcore rap.
Mm-hmm.
From hardcore rap came trap.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like it comes from that tree. Because you're still talking about shooting people and repping your set. Offset's a gangbanger. He says it in his lyrics.
Yeah, but I don't look at it like that. Like how I look at it is, and I may be not necessarily wrong, but this is just my opinion. Like I look at subgenres of hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
Like you have your gangster rap, which is like Schoolboy Q, J Rock, Biggie, Pun. Like it's just, I guess to me the difference is the actual sound of it, and not only is the sound, but like how they delivered it. Like yeah, they could be talking about shooting and killing people, all that, mm-hmm. but Biggie gonna give you a different story than Gucci.
Yeah. And I can agree on that. I guess here's my whole problem on it. I'm not beefing with the Brilliant Idiots. I love you guys. Y'all are one of my motivations for these podcasts. But for y'all to say that and for what they're all doing, that's kind of doing a disservice for the young folks. That's saying that their music's okay to emulate, because every time I see something about the Migos, they're shooting at somebody. They jump Sean Kingston. How you gonna jump Sean Kingston? This is about the squarest dude I've ever met. Come on now. Like, I mean, I get it. I get what you're saying, and I can even see that. Like, their sound is different from gangster rap, but they're still doing stuff that's motivating. My nephew be talking like these dudes, and I have to sit this dude down all the time, be like, yo, this ain't really what you want. Yeah. Because you and me and Savior are about the age now where we got homies that ain't around no more. Yeah. They're either locked up or dead. And then you go a little further my age, most of my buddies are gone. Yeah. And if they're gone, if they're not gone, they're not doing nothing. So I don't feel like you can listen to this music and you can like the music. I'm not saying hip hop's bad, because I love hip hop from the bottom of my soul. Yeah. But there's a certain responsibility of the older generation to say, hey, you can listen to this music, you may be able to feel this music, but if you ain't really doing what they're doing, like if that's not your lifestyle, why go looking for the devil? You keep inviting the devil in your house, he's gonna come in.
But think about it. That's it. I can't even really explain it. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. I know people that live in $120,000 homes.
Trying to gangbang.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Ridiculous.
Live in nice neighborhoods, but you breaking in houses. Get everything you want, but you slanging dope. Like, of course, that just comes with the territory.
I get it. I guess it's a
Like-
frustration on my end because I'm by no means a thug, but I've come from a blue collar background, and I'm pretty sure you came from a similar background.
Yeah,
where-
like I don't understand it,
yeah,
but just like I love this music, and I love everything about it. Even when coming from, like you said, hardcore, horrorcore.
You know about horrorcore? Because like a lot of people down south, and I'm sorry we're going off of a tangent.
No.
But horrorcore, because like some of my favorite genres is from horrorcore. King Gordy.
Yeah, like I said, 3-6 and
Big L even played a little horrorcore a little
and
bit.
Project Pat. Them niggas, but and them niggas did what they talked about. You dig what I'm saying? Like them niggas really snorted cocaine.
Or
Them
even
niggas
Beanie,
really.
Because I was giving Beanie a hard time.
Yeah, like with the what's your life like?
Yeah.
Like, come on, bro. Like that's what I'm saying. But those type rappers, they really lived what they were saying.
Yeah, they were experienced, or even if they didn't, because there were some rappers who may not have been like Ice Cube. Ice Cube never banged a day in his life, but he was in that neighborhood.
Yeah, but
So
he doesn't necessarily.
saw that.
But he doesn't necessarily bang.
No.
He don't. I'm just.
Yeah,
right.
He was more of a hood historian.
Yeah, he didn't bang on wax.
Yeah.
Not like how Snoop and DJ Quick did.
Yeah, and they were
out
there.
Yeah, they was out there.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is the shit comes with the territory. Yes, motherfuckers that's so-called quote unquote real or quote unquote really live that life doesn't like it, but you can't. You're one person. You can't stop a gang of niggas. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's like trying to empty the ocean with a leaky bucket. I got
Right.
you.
It sucks.
I just feel like there sometimes should be a responsibility, and I feel like some of that got lost in hip hop, and that's damaging our culture. I feel like it is. I get what you're saying. I really do.
It always been like that though.
Yeah.
Always. Niggas always been flexing.
And it's always been hindsight's 2020.
Come on, bro. Like this is nothing that's never been done.
Yeah.
Like people can sit back and complain.
I'm just
but
being an old head, I guess.
People can sit back and complain, but when niggas was popping, when real niggas was popping Cristal, you was over there drinking the bullshit $5 champagne. But send that flexing.
I was that dude.
Like you dig what I'm saying? But
that knockoff.
Right. So, but old heads, not yourself, but old heads have the audacity to sit back and be like, these young niggas ain't shit, or these young guys ain't shit. When yo niggas back in the day was doing the same shit. They might not have been trapping because that's not the quote unquote cool thing to do.
Yeah, and I guess I'm in that mode today because I was watching Barbershop 2.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. And not Barbershop 2, Next Cut, the newest one.
Oh no, I ain't seen that one yet.
It's on Hulu. You should check it out. It's not bad. It's not oh my god Oscar worthy, but it's not bad. But some of the messages that they're talking about, it makes it seem like there's no responsibility, because it still takes a village. Because I remember growing up, if I was messing up, it wasn't like, yeah, they may tell my dad and I may get a butt whooping, but I'm probably getting a butt whooping from my neighbor too.
Like I would.
It's very sensitive.
Yeah.
That's my whole point. And even like I get that now. Like sometimes when I'm like talking firm to my nephew, they'll be like, "Oh, you can't talk to him like that." But I mean, this is family. If Uncle Ray can't punch you in the forehead, then who can?
Right.
Because
I'm like that with my little brother.
Because I'm a pop. Like it is what it is. But back to groups. Another
I was about
group.
to say, who's your favorite group, bro?
Look, of all time. Because the favorite group of all time that I'm stay listening to is DITC. They only had one album,
What was DITC?
Digging in the Crates crew. So that was Lord Finesse.
Oh, you talking about Lord Finesse?
Big L, Fat Joe,
Fat Joe,
all them. That's my favorite. It's all they always were my favorite. They only had really one album because Big L died.
Yeah,
but that was a solid album.
I've heard.
And they had another album come out where they used some of the old of L's old verses or unreleased stuff. Yeah. That was fire. And then that tree brought off a lot of good dudes because out of DITC you got Pun.
Yeah, absolutely.
Lord Finesse put a lot of people on.
Absolutely.
And that's probably my favorite group of all time.
Could you imagine if Pun and Fat Joe did a whole album?
Like a collaboro thing?
Like, yeah.
Yeah. But here's the thing, and this is no shade on Fat Joe, but I feel like Pun was his ghostwriter for a minute. Because if you listen to Don Cartagena, which is one of Fat Joe's biggest hits, very similar to what Pun did. And then when Pun died, the flow kind of changed on Fat Joe. He's still sometimes he's good. It's a good rap, and he was around before Joe, but I don't feel like he hit that Don status until Pun was in the picture. That's when his rhymes got nasty.
But if you date back and you do your research, he said that he
Pun
got
taught him to write.
And he got better. So I'm not gonna go all the way out on a limb and say that Pun wrote Joe's raps, but I am gonna sit back and say he contributed a lot of key factors in it.
I mean, yeah, and then to be fair, Dr. Dre taught Snoop how to write rhymes. Because Snoop used to be a freestyle all day, and Snoop's on record saying that.
He knew how to. He taught
Snoop how to make
a song.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean.
And he taught the whole TDE how to make a song. Like
That's another good group.
Black Hippie.
Is that a group or a conglomerate? Because you don't really they'll be together on songs. I'm talking when I say a group, I mean
You mean like putting out
albums,
bodies of work.
Like Bad Meets Evil. That's another good group.
That's a group. Like you really get into hip hop. Like you talking about like, are you talking about like Watch the Throne? Would you consider them a group?
I could.
Or would you? And what about?
But here's the thing about Watch the Throne: why you probably couldn't put them as a group, because that's more of a collaboration, and it was a good. I love Watch the Throne. That's some of Jay-Z and Kanye West's best work. Like Niggas in Paris is my shit, and it's not going against any of their other work.
Yeah.
But it was for me. Yeah, that's some
as
of
a
their
collab.
best work.
As a collab.
That's a good collaboration.
I'm gonna tell you something that I tell some artists that I'm around. What I like about Jay-Z and Kanye, especially Kanye, is that like when he makes art, when he makes his records to perform.
Yeah.
That's why, like, and you can hear it, like, on Niggas in Paris and Otis, and even on that part, his verse. But, and that's to me, that's creative as fuck.
Yeah. Or another good group, Boys in the Hood. Young Jeezy, Joe DeBreeze.
You talking about the first one, or you talking about the second one with Gorilla Zoe?
Dang.
I like the first one.
The first one where they were first album they came out with
Joe.
We the Boys
Jeezy.
in the Hood. We got that was that's back in the day for us, but that was a good group. Ghetto Boys.
Yeah, most definitely.
South. 8 Ball MJG is a good group.
Yep. UGK.
UGK.
Can't forget about them.
Even Screwed Up Click. I count that as a group because they've had a lot of stuff together. That was Slim Thug, Mike Jones, Paul Wall, all them.
That was
Screwed Up Click.
No, that's Swishahouse.
Swishahouse, my bad. Who's Screwed Up Click then?
That's Lil Flip, DJ Screw, Zero, all them guys.
Who's other good groups? There's a lot of groups in hip hop.
It's a few, but it's not a whole lot that like niggas is really just like all over about. Like I fuck with Do or Die.
Yeah, that's Twista's group, right?
He's they're a group. He's affiliated with them.
Yeah.
What the group that Twista was like in was Speed Not Monsters.
Yeah. What was another? I'm trying to think. State Property wouldn't really count as a group.
I mean, they was like you said, a conglomerate.
Like
they dropped like a a label album.
I'm surprised you haven't mentioned the group because you usually mention them quite a bit. It's
Who, Dipset?
Yeah.
I mean, Dipset was cool. I mean, they was a group, but they was like the actual Dipset members was Jim, Jewels, Cam, and Freaky Zeke.
Yeah.
Now everybody else was just on.
But that's kind of like Wu-Tang because Wu-Tang only has the however many members there are because there's quite a few actual members in Wu-Tang and then they got a lot of affiliates. Like, did you know who Papa Wu was until he ran up on Action Bronson? I didn't.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. But he was apparently a OG in Wu-Tang.
He probably was. Probably
Yeah.
never rapped a day in his life.
He just be chilling.
He
Just
was
has
there.
a Wu-Tang chain. There's
Who
a part
knows?
of the episode I told somebody like that, like Wu-Tang just too deep.
That's another person. That's another group. I can't see how we forgot them.
Who, Wu-Tang?
Yeah.
Yeah, Wu-Tang or NWA. These
Yeah.
are groups that we
Cypress
Cypress Hill.
right? Rakim.
Yep, Cypress Hill. Because Cypress Hill's another one. Because Big Pun put her down for Latinos, but Cypress Hill did
In the West.
even earlier
Yes.
in the
They
West.
looked up to Cypress Hill, actually, and be real now.
The Beat Nuts was another Latino group that was nice. My favorite song from them is with Pun. It's called Off the Books. It's Beat Nuts, Big Pun, and then Cuban Link.
Top 5 right now.
Groups
Just period.
of rappers.
Yes.
Big Pun, of course. Notorious B.I.G., Big L. Who would I put right now in the top 5? Drake's kind of been falling off, so I'm gonna have to put him down. Ritz, of course, all day, every day. He's one of my favorite rappers ever. T.I.
Yeah. Oh, another group. Clips.
Yeah. Remember Mr. Me Too? That was Clips, right?
Yeah, that was Clips
Yeah.
and Pharrell.
Because they were going at, allegedly, they were going at Lil Wayne. Hot Boys. I didn't really like the Hot Boys, though.
What?
They're good. See, I always feel like there's always that one moment when you just like
Oh,
flabbergasted
man.
what I said. Like, I get it.
Yeah.
They were a big movement for the South, but one of the only songs I ever heard from them was Bling Bling,
Yeah.
and I couldn't understand a word they were saying besides
that-
Bling Bling. Bling Bling.
But you know that wasn't even that didn't come out as a Hot Boys record. You know that. Do know
I
that,
thought
right?
it was a Hot Boys record.
No, that was BG's record.
Oh, okay, whoops. I thought that was a
Yeah,
Hot Boy
that
record.
was BG featuring Wayne, Juvie, and Manny Free.
The Dog Pound, Daz and Crow.
Oh man, the East Siders.
Yeah.
I was listening to one of their records too. Yeah, that's that. I had forgot how hard they were. 213.
Yeah.
Speaking of them, I need
There's
to-
mad groups, yo.
Yeah, man. Like, and it's a lot of just a lot of music being put out. But who do you think, as far as groups, were like the star? Like, if they was to get out the group right now, they'd be a star.
Are we talking about current groups as of right
Just
now?
period.
Right now?
Just period.
Well, I mean, Ice Cube. Ice Cube proved it.
Oh,
Ice Cube
he
left and became a star.
left and became bigger
than the
NWA.
NWA. I mean, shout out to NWA, your trendsetters,
Yeah,
but Ice Cube shitted on them. Who's
Dre.
Lil Wayne?
I mean, well, Wayne didn't necessarily leave.
Everyone left Wayne.
Everybody left.
Everyone else
Wayne.
left.
But
But
he
still,
had
the
no
point
other
being
choice.
is, yeah,
He had no other choice.
He still wanted to get paid. Well, you can't really say that with Slaughterhouse because Slaughterhouse really eats by themselves. Because they'll go off and do their own thing. They're not really huge, but Joel Ortiz
He was out
before them. Joe Budden
was out
doing his own
before them.
thing. Roy, same
Yeah,
concept.
everybody was out before
them. So
Like,
they're kind of one of those people. They're a bunch of old heads who got together.
Yeah. What about?
I feel like Offset. If Offset left, he'd be alright. If Offset left Migos, he'd be alright.
No, I feel like if any Migo left Migo.
Only problem with Migos is they gotta stay out of jail first.
They've
like,
been doing good.
I feel like
bro.
it's a rotating cast. There's always only like 3 Migos out because everyone else
But
is
it's
in
always,
jail.
But Offset is doing real good. At one point, Quavo was my favorite, but I really like Offset. But I feel like as far as them, any of them can go out and do their own thing.
Because that's usually the end. Like usually with a group, somebody will go out like Scarface left the Ghetto Boys and became a monster that he is.
And blew up. like doing tracks with Jigga,
Mhm.
like having
He's a
classic
godfather of the
albums.
South though, because like I remember when Little Flip and T.I. were going at it and stuff like that. They were using Scarface as the guy. Pimp C,
He actually put on Luda.
yeah. And Bun B had no choice because Pimp C was locked up for 90%. And then God rest in peace, Pimp C, he died. Like
I think Pimp
Bun
C
B was a solo act before he was even a solo act.
I think Pimp C would have blew
Up. Yeah.
I think Pimp C was really there, and
He was my favorite out of UGK. Like much respect to Bun.
God damn it, Ray! This is something that we can both agree on.
We can what?
Yeah.
Let me check outside, make sure the sky ain't falling.
Like for real,
Yeah.
like this is crazy.
Like love to Bun B. He is the OG that runs the South.
I just really feel. I mean,
but Pimp C just had that flow,
bruh. He was just, to me, he was talking that, like I say, talking that talk.
Yeah. Like when we talk about 8Ball and MJG, we already have our divide because I love 8Ball
and I love MJG.
But I feel like because I was thinking about that after that episode, they're kind of they do their own thing, but they're two sides of the same coin. Because sometimes 8Ball is really more gruff and in your face and stuff, and MJG is more chill and
it's like just like UGK, they complement each other, and that's what makes them a good group.
They're peanut butter and jelly, ketchup
and mustard.
Exactly.
Like they really complement each other, and that's what makes them a great group. That's why I think, like, as if Migos, and I keep going back to them, but if they continue doing what they're doing 15, 20 years down the line, when they last that long, I'm not gonna say if, because that's very, very negative. They could end up being in the Hall of Fame, and they because to me, I feel like
they changed the game.
They did. They changed culture, bro.
They changed the game in terms of what hip hop is now. They're the pulse of hip hop right now. Because before Migos really hit the scene, it was about Drake was kind of he was setting it up. He was doing more of the sensitive stuff. People were trying to be like Drake.
Yeah.
Then Migos popped up, and then we're back to like Migos type shit.
Like, but you know, they before the Migos, as far as trap wise, it was Gucci. Then when Migos came on, it took me probably up until like last year to even convince myself that they sounded like Gucci back in the day.
Yeah.
But the doubles and how they spit in the rapid fire, like now every fucking body is doing it.
But Gucci coming back for his throne. Like
Gucci was dropped. Gucci never left as much music. He did, to me, I felt like he did what Pac did. Like Pac left, went to Cuba and
and just living off his
royalties, and just kept putting out albums. Like,
nah, he's dead, bro. Tupac dead. Everyone keeps saying that. That's like, oh, Elvis is coming back. If Elvis was still alive, he'd be dead by old age by now. So that's kind of
most definitely. But Pac, you can't really say that about Pac because Pac died when he was like 27.
Yeah, he'd be in his 40s, 50s now. You think about it.
Yeah.
Because he was 97. That was 20 years ago. So.
He'd be close to 40.
Well, actually, 20 years. He'd be an old man now.
nah, he won't be old. He'll probably be still putting out music, probably still cussing folks out, giving niggas the business.
Here's a fun little debate, and I'm debating whether or not to save this for an episode or let's talk about it now. But do you think, because this is always a thing, do you think Biggie and Pac would still have been as big?
Nope. I knew you was gonna go there, and I think me and you talked about this.
You don't think so?
Nope.
You think it would have eventually been watered down?
Yep, because
I feel like at least for Biggie's thing, I feel like Biggie would have went to other things. Because Biggie was starting to transition to that. He would have been another Jay-Z. I feel like he would have been on some mogul stuff, and he would have been having his fingers in a lot of pies.
Pac would have eventually moved on to movies.
Yeah, he would have just stayed on his acting tip.
And got his bread like that.
He was a good actor.
Biggie,
he would have been like LL and all these other guys.
Yeah, Biggie. And that's if Pac was to stay out of trouble, too. Yeah. And Biggie, but see, as far as like music-wise, unless, one of them had got on their really Jay-Z shit, I don't think none of them would really last for real because of how fast music comes out and how fast
It
shit
changes.
Yeah, like it seems like the shift changes every 3 years. And
I feel like I really do feel that from the bottom of my heart. Biggie would have probably been on some Jay-Z stuff. He would have had it not like, and he may have even just walked away from music completely. And he probably may have been the guy behind the scenes. He may have been the guy who put out the new liquor and stuff because that was kind of his MO. Because he was starting to manage Puff.
Puff was always gonna manage him.
Well, no, because for his album, I mean, I get what you're saying. That was always his manager, and that was going to change. But he was trying to get into that businessy mode.
Yeah,
he did that with Junior Mafia.
Yeah. Absolutely, and wrote all their stuff.
Yeah. He may have been a fire. He could have been a fire exec. There could have been like a Biggie Smalls record label.
I could see that, but I don't think. I think that.
Do I think he'd still be rapping? No.
Hell, Jay-Z not really rapping like that.
Jay-Z will occasionally come out and he'll
with
sell
a
records
verse.
off. Yeah, yeah, and he'll sell records on the basis of his name because he's Jay-Z.
He'll drop a verse on somebody else's shit.
Who knows? Maybe he'll drop another album.
I hope
he's
so.
done it. He's done the Magna Carta. He'll do it out of nowhere.
Out of the blue.
Yeah, just be like, hey.
Side note: Jay-Z always been he's always been a great businessman. His team is immaculate. Like even going back, the man was doing business deals with phones ever since Black Album.
Yeah.
Do you remember the Blueberry? The phone, the Blueberry?
Blueberry?
It was like it was.
I remember BlackBerry.
Yeah, nah. This had it was crazy. But when the Black Album came out, every Blueberry that sold was black, and it had the Black Album on the already on the phone.
Yeah, he was originator on that because there's a lot of people who still do that.
And then on top of that, like when Magna Carta Holy Grail came out, the Samsung S6, it was one of them Samsungs. He had inked a deal with Samsung, and I felt like that was crazy. Like,
but that's a Brooklyn thing. A lot of Brooklyn people are always trying to hustle. They're always trying to find their other hustle. You see a Brooklyn dude who's doing all right, I guarantee you he has his fingers in a lot of pies.
Of course.
That's just the mentality of that borough.
But see,
either that or you go to jail. Free tax, by the way.
Like them niggas, them Brooklyn niggas. I just think it's just because Harlem niggas say the same shit. Oh, that's just a Harlem nigga. No, that's just a nigga that hustles.
True.
Like you can't really put. Oh, he's just a Columbus nigga. But what if that Columbus nigga got $1 million
Columbus
plus
niggas
dollars?
don't do that. Let's not even lie.
I'm just saying. No, I'm just saying. Like, what if the Columbus nigga? Because I know a couple very successful Columbus people.
But they never tell you they're from Columbus. Columbus don't support. We're losing a fucking hockey team because we can't support.
Absolutely.
That's sad. This city needs to get off the asses and they need to support people. It's okay not to like something, but support. I feel like sometimes there's a lot of hater shit going on. Yeah. We miss out on a lot as a city. We're the third biggest city in this state. And
it should be no reason why everybody is the majority is walking around with bags.
Yeah.
No reason.
Yeah, that should be crazy for me. Because I remember when Jeezy was supposed to be coming to a concert. And maybe I'm just salty because I paid money for a fucking ticket. And he was coming to do a concert for us. And he ended up having to cancel the concert because not enough ticket sales. Yeah. And people wanted to complain. Excuse me. Talking about, we never get cool stuff in Columbus. No shit. What artist is going to come down here to rap to 30 people? That's not going to be a fucking good look for that artist.
Hell no. No. But country singers come through and
sell out the place.
Shit, them niggas they'll sell tickets for $3,000 a pop.
Or even older artists, because I remember when Charlie Wilson came.
But it didn't sell out.
It didn't sell out, but he packed that damn arena.
It didn't sell out. Chris Stapleton sold out. Elton John.
I don't know if you follow country. I'm a bit of a country head. Chris Stapleton be that dude.
Yes, he is. I've heard.
Yeah, but Chris Stapleton be that dude.
He's that nigga, bro.
I don't know. I've been on a country. I sometimes go through my phases where I listen to some country. Shout out to Randy Travis. Get well soon.
I got a few country songs on my phone. I don't just keep up like I do with
hip-hop,
like
not with hip hop, but I think you can't be a Southern dude without having like you. You gotta have some country in your blood because just this nature of where we live at.
Yeah.
This is the home of that.
Most definitely.
But all right, since we're talking about country, I think it's about time for me to wrap this up. Got anything you want to shout out?
Man, go get that inspirational Rude Talk Pound Get Off the Treadmill on SoundCloud right now.
Same story as always. Same story as always. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, all that good stuff. We're on all platforms, iTunes, SoundCloud, all that good stuff.
Everything.
Just show love. We
go
show
get
love back.
it.
Yeah, man. We actually getting up on these numbers. I appreciate the fans who be listening every day. We love
Keep
y'all.
listening.
Yeah. At some point, I'm gonna try to do some contests. I don't know what it's
You're
gonna
loyal.
be. Yeah. Okay, Khaled.
You're rich.
All right, y'all. This has been the Hip Hop Bureau. Peace.